Bonjour, it's Jennifer, your French teacher in the south of France, and I just want to tell you about my new sets of study cards. I'm going to show you a lot of them and talk to you about some of them, but what it is about is having study notes and reminders at your fingertips. You know, when sometimes you're looking for a quick grammar rule or a conjugation. Now, these are not simply cards with conjugations on them for every verb. This is, look at this one, the imperfect tense. Remember how to form it. What are the endings? Things like that. All of those little things that sometimes you're like, okay, futur simple, how do we do that again? What are the endings? What are the irregular stems? So I've put this set together. Right now, we have over 70 cards, and they really start from the beginner level and go way up to the advanced level. Over 70 so far, but the thing is, I'm making new ones all the time. As soon as I think of something, I say, oh, Jennifer, you need to make a card for that one so people can just pull it out, and have the rule ready. So, and I also take suggestions. If there's not a card in here of something that always gives you trouble, then I'll make one. So what I've done is I've made these in such a way that you can print them out if you're that kind of person, you like to print, and you can use them as bookmarks. Okay, in that case, you could even laminate them. You could use them in your French notebook, in your French book when you come across a particular rule and you want to have something easy to refer to. If you are not a paper person and you don't want to print all of these out, I also have these forms right here that I'm showing you, and they're all labeled, they're all named. This one, for example, would be named direct object pronouns. So you can use them online and just pull up direct object pronouns or reflexive pronouns, the pronoun e, the pronoun whatever you need. You can just pull it up when you need a quick reminder. Look here, we have double pronoun order. I've put the chart on there for you so you can remember also where to put pronouns in the different tenses. Imperative pronoun order, that one changes when you're giving affirmative commands and using pronouns. And sometimes that's hard to remember because the chart is different. Here it is. Just pull it up. Look at this. Demonstrative adjectives, possessive adjectives, using to as an adjective. Here we have disjunctive pronouns, interrogative words. This is a good one. When to use c'est versus il est. That's a really good one. Just a few simple rules that you have to remember. Do you ever forget where you have to put negation in different tenses? Well, here you go. You have a study note card or a bookmark that you can pull out whenever you want. How to form adverbs using il faut with indirect objects. And so that is not using it with the subjunctive. This is a way to avoid the subjunctive. Did you ever get confused about when to use depuis, pendant, il y a? Well, here you go. C clauses, more C clauses, more C clauses. These are just formulas that you have to follow. So it's good to have a reminder. Possessive pronouns. You see, we start to get a little more advanced here. Demonstrative pronouns, how to use après avoir and avant de. What about relative pronouns? Qui, que, où, and dont. And then ce qui, ce que, ce dont. Here are all the rules for you. Using to as a pronoun. And this one will remind you when to pronounce the S on the end of T-O-U-S, because you don't always do that. We've got gerunds, the faire causative construction, more relative pronouns, lequel, auquel, duquel. Just some more lists here. Prepositions of place, expressions of quantity. There are your avoir expressions, different ways to use de, and this is a really good one. You'll probably just want to keep it on your desk all the time. Different ways to use vouloir in 3 different tenses. And, the list really goes on and on and on because, as I said, I continue to add to these all the time. So you can click on the link down in the description below to find out how to get your hands on these French study notes, all of the essential grammar, French grammar that you'll ever need will be right at your fingertips. Merci, à bientôt.